What's up, guys? BucklingOne here, and welcome to some more Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on my channel. Today I'm just going to take a quick topic that I really want to talk about. Well, actually no, it's going to be a combination of topics actually, but one that's really been kind of bothering me for the last while, and one that I've seen a few other people do some videos on as well, especially Drifter. I'm sure a lot of people know who Drifter is. He did a very good video on the topic that I'm going to talk about now. And that topic is the matchmaking in Black Ops 3. And specifically, I think it's the way the skill-based matchmaking works. I'm not entirely sure, but it's pretty rubbish at the moment. Now, I did a stream recently, before I'd watched any of these videos. I did a stream recently where I was playing Black Ops 3. And every single match I kept saying in the stream, I just know I'm going to be put on a bad team. I just know that the guys that are put on my team are going to be absolutely useless. And, 9 times out of 10, that was the case. And this is something that's been bothering me for a long time now. Where, I have been probably one of maybe 2 people on my team that have been able to actually get a positive KD. Everyone else goes negative. And this is something that I don't understand. I think it has something to do with the way that the lobby works, is where they take into account your skill. They take into account your score per minute, your KD, things like that, and they try and sort it out and put bad players with good players so that it balances out. The only thing is, it doesn't balance out whatsoever, which is quite funny at times. I mean, it's funny now, looking back, I can laugh on it, but when you're involved in it and when it happens round after round, it's so frustrating. And Drifter even made a video about this as well, kind of pointing out the flaws, I suppose, that the system has. And it's just completely frustrating, and it's something that they really need to fix, because I can see, it would drive a lot of people away from playing Black Ops. Now it would take an awful lot for me to get driven away, because I actually really do enjoy playing the game most times. But I can understand that people that wouldn't be so invested in Call of Duty, or wouldn't have, a good reason to play it, if this kept happening, they would just be kind of like, well, do you know what? This game is not giving me any enjoyment whatsoever. I'm just getting frustrated, so see you later. I'm not going to be bothered with you anymore. And that's dangerous, because the vast majority of people that play Call of Duty, I would say, are more casual players than the real kind of regulars, the real veterans of the series. Of course, you're going to have your percentage of players that play Call of Duty religiously and are very good at the game, but you have to remember that the vast majority of people are either going to be people who are maybe slightly older, who grew up with the series, don't have enough time to play Call of Duty now, so they just kind of hop on whenever they can, and because they can't play very often, that they're not very good, or they're not as good as they could be or used to be. And then you also have, on the other end of the spectrum as well, you have little kids whose mommies and daddies are buying them the game because it's the newest game and they want to play it with their friends, but at the end of the day they're still little kids, so they're not really good at the game. And then you just kind of have the in-betweens, where people, yes, they play the game a lot, but they just aren't very good at the game, and that's to be expected, I suppose. But when you sprinkle all that in with people who are quite good at the game, now I'm not saying that I'm an absolute legend at Call of Duty, or I'm not saying I'm the best COD player ever, but I do think that I am quite a good player, and I can put up a good score, play the objective like I want to, and and generally, myself personally, I'm very competitive, and I like to win, and I hate losing. But I'm not blowing my own horn here or anything. I just do think that I am a good player. And when you sprinkle these kind of bad players in with good players, it doesn't work. It ends up that the one or two good players on the team end up carrying the rest of the team, and they end up having to put in an extra effort to make sure that, you know, their team wins. I mean, me personally, I've experienced this so much before, where, you know, I'm trying to play the game, I'm trying to win. Obviously I'm trying to win because I hate losing so much, but because I hate losing so much, I will actually end up then sacrificing my own gameplay, you know, putting on the absolute sweatiest try hard class I can possibly put on, you know, and just try hard so much to not lose, where I end up just not enjoying myself. I'm just grinding out to get that win because I don't want to lose. And I suppose maybe in one sense you could probably say that, yeah, you might need to change your mindset, and that is true. You know, I need to relax a little bit with it as well, absolutely. But you know, it could be helped if the balancing of the teams was done a little bit better, I suppose. Now, they have to be careful with this as well, because playing devil's advocate here on the other spectrum of things, on the far end of the spectrum, you know, you don't want the matchmaking to balance the team so that all the good players are on one team and all the bad players are on the other team, because I have seen that before and I have been part of that as well. And yes, it's extremely fun for a while when you're absolutely stomping on the other team and there's nothing they can do, and everyone is putting up, you know, the high score streaks. You know, people are getting rates left, right and centre. There's haters going up every, you know, 2 minutes. That's fun for a while, but it does kind of get a bit boring as well after a while. Especially then as well, when the way it works for me personally as well is I play a lot of capture the flag. As you can probably see in this video here as well, this gameplay, by the way, is me playing with a sniper rifle. I wanted to try and get gold on my sniper rifles, so I already got the last sniper rifle gold, can't remember the name of it, I'm sorry, but now I'm playing with the Locust, trying to get some one-hit kills to get it up, get my camos and get the gold challenges. And I think I did pretty well. I think I did 30 and 1, 30 and 2, something like that, something insane anyway. So that was fun. It's a good gameplay. But what I was trying to say is, with Capture the Flag, for me, that's the game mode that I would play the vast majority of my time in Call of Duty in. What happens then is, if you get a good team, you know, a team of good people that are randoms, but they are good, against a team of bad people, then what happens is everyone on the other team ends up quitting out, so you're left with like 1 or 2 guys on the enemy team, and then it's just good luck, you know. You can kiss goodbye to getting a kill because everyone on your team is hunting for that kill. So that's something that does need to be addressed. The other thing I want to address as well is specific to Capture the Flag. Now, I don't know how the devs are going to address this issue. I don't really know how to solve it myself. I just know that it's incredibly frustrating. And I'm sure you've seen it yourself if you play Capture the Flag, where you have just this one absolute ignorant person runs in, captures the flag. Well, he grabs the flag, he doesn't capture it, and then he just hangs back in the enemy spawn and tries to spawn kill, you know, so he gets the extra score towards his kill streaks. And then he ends up dying, and then the other team end up getting, you know, a lucky capture because everyone's focused on being up in the spawn, and one person on the other team ends up capturing the flag, and you end up losing the game. Because one person just constantly, consistently goes for the flag, tries to get the flag, and then tries to camp in the enemy spawn. Now, this does need to be fixed, and it is an issue, and I don't know how to fix it. I mean, maybe you could try and say that, you know, remove the score from having the extra boost. I think you get an extra 100 points, so you get 200 points for a kill when you actually have the flag. You know, maybe remove that and actually add that score onto actually capturing the flag as well, because I know you get 250 points, I think it is, for capturing the flag. But if they made it like 350 or 400 points for capturing the flag, and maybe gave you, I don't know, 25 extra points for a kill when you actually have the flag, that would seriously reduce the amount of people that are actually like just taking the absolute piss and just, you know, staying in the back of the enemy spawn and just trying to spawn kill. But it's something that really frustrates me so much. I absolutely hate it when I see it, and it happens all the time. Like all the time in Capture the Flag now. This is literally what happens. And then what happens then as a knock-on effect of that is the enemy team gets sick of being spawn killed all the time, so they just end up quitting out. So then you're left with like 1 or 2 people on the other team, and it doesn't make for an overall good experience whatsoever. So that is something that does need to be addressed. My solution probably isn't the best solution. I'd like to hear from you guys. I mean, if you play Capture the Flag a lot, or if you play it, like I do, I play it an absolute ton. It's pretty much probably 90% of my Call of Duty gaming is in Black Ops or in Capture the Flag. But yeah, if you guys could think of maybe anything different, let me know in the comment section below, or just give me your thoughts and opinions. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to address these 2 topics in this video today, especially with the lobbies and the matchmaking. That's so frustrating, and I really hope it gets fixed, because if it got fixed, for my personal opinion, Black Ops 3 is a good game at the moment. It's a good game. I do enjoy it, but if they fixed the lobby issue and made sure that the teams were, relatively well balanced, so that, you had a good mixture of good and bad players on both teams, it would go from being a good game for me personally to a great game. And it's something that I really enjoy, because at the end of the day, you're playing against a team of people that, are of similar skill to yourself. So that's always a challenge. But also then, you're not carrying your team with yourself as well. You're not trying to win the game and carry your team through the game as well, which is it's so hard. But that's it from me, guys. I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Have you experienced this before? I'm sure you all have experienced it. I'd be amazed if you've never seen this before. But that's it for me, guys. If you have experienced this, or if you have some thoughts on this, leave me a comment down below and let me know your experiences, and if you have any frustrations or even suggestions, ideas, things like that. But yeah, leave me a comment if you like this video as well. If you like the gameplay, which was incredibly lucky, by the way. This is not the kind of gameplay I put up with a sniper when I normally snipe. But if you like the gameplay, leave me a like as well. And if you just like the content overall in general, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and you'll be able to catch all of my Call of Duty Black Ops 3 content. But as I said about 3 or 4 times now, guys, that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. My name is BucklingOne. I'll see you in my next video.